Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we'll be looking at AMC, GME, SPY, and Bitcoin. This is your daily update prediction, giving you guys the news, information, and technicals that you need to get prepared for tomorrow and the rest of this trading week. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and do this before you buy any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC and GME and SPY. This is your daily update prediction. This video is not financial advice. It should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. So the first thing we want to point out is SPY. SPY getting a decent pop to the upside here in market hours, but you guys can see that RSI is in that overbought territory. RSI in that overbought territory. So RSI is in the overbought territory and still showing some signs of bearish divergence as price is continually trending up, but RSI is making lower highs. So RSI is trending down, still showing some of that bearish divergence as well, with RSI on the 4-hour time frame overbought, RSI on the 2-hour time frame overbought, 1-hour time frame overbought, half-hour time frame overbought, 15-minute time frame overbought. It's just completely overbought on every single metric except the 10 and the 5, and then of course the 1. So we're overbought on every single metric. This is not sustainable, and this cannot continue in this fashion. Unfortunately, what the market is literally doing, and some people will not agree, some people will think that this is like absolutely saying that the bull run is definitely 100% coming. Some people will think that, and that's fine. Everyone can think what they want. But basically what this is setting up for is and I don't want to scare people, but it's literally setting up for a depression style collapse. Literally setting up for that. It's literally a dance off the edge of the cliff style collapse where we will see an 80 to 90% correction because RSI is getting out of control. We have a mass amount of earnings this week on the tech stocks and the semiconductors, which is leading this rally. If they do see good earnings and do boost to different new highs and take the market to new highs, even higher, this is making the market extremely overbought, and that means no matter what anyone says, when the market gets this overbought, it is due for a correction, and a massive correction. Especially when you see these overbought levels, you normally get a big correction. As you guys can see right here, we got this overbought right here, and we had this correction. We got overbought right here. We had this correction. You normally have big corrections when we get this overbought, and we are literally setting up for that, especially if we get another push to the upside with these earnings. Now, I'm under the belief that earnings won't be as crazy as people think, but this week is going to be absolutely wild. And of course, we are going to see some companies do well in earnings, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout earnings across the board. As far as earnings are concerned, we have Microsoft earnings here on Tuesday, Google here on Tuesday as well. And on Thursday, we have Apple, Amazon, and Meta. Also on Tuesday, we have some semiconductors, AMD. So we do have a lot of earnings coming out, and then we have a lot of news as well. Keep in mind of these dates. On Wednesday, we have a Fed conference. So the Fed speaks on Wednesday. Fed Powell speaks on Wednesday. They also give the Fed interest rate decisions. JOLTS comes out on Tuesday tomorrow. ISM comes out on Thursday, and unemployment comes out on Friday, as well as non-farm payrolls. Those are going to be big data sets as well, causing a ton of volatility. So be ready. This week is going to be absolutely insane. Now, as far as what the charts say for SPY, this is not sustainable. This is not sustainable. SPY, once again, is outside the bands on the 4-hour time frame, outside of the bands on the 2-hour time frame. Price will go back inside of the bands. I'm expecting to see a bounce to the upside tomorrow morning and then a pullback throughout the rest of the day, letting RSI correct. So basically seeing a pop to the upside in the morning, and then you're going to see a pullback. Here is the fractal that I have for you guys here. I do not think this is sustainable based off what I'm seeing in the charts, the facts, and the data, and I think we will be seeing a pop to the upside and a pullback on SPY tomorrow. Also, SPY seems to be in a bigger overall rising wedge. If you guys can see here on your screen, this rising wedge is an overall bearish pattern after it reaches the top. So it's bullish in the first half, but once it gets to the tip of the wedge, it starts to break down. So we could see this breaking down in the later half of the week. With the rising wedge normally breaks down with a significant amount of force, just the way you've seen Tesla break down out of its rising wedge. We are going to be expecting to see a breakdown out of this rising wedge. So this is what I'm looking at for SPY, SPY in the short and medium term. As far as the long term, we are still in the macro rising wedge. If you guys go ahead and see, so as far as long term, we are still inside the macro rising wedge, getting a brief pop to the upside here, but we also had a brief pop to the upside here. And there are things as far as false breaks. I think that is this right here, as RSI again is overbought, and you are going to see a significant pullback coming back inside of this wedge, and the wedge will play out the same way we had a false break to the downside here. We are having a false break to the upside here as volatility gets even higher for the market, and this is what's going to cause the overall pullback. I think that is coming here. Now again, when is this pullback going to be? I've been talking about it for quite some time, the same way I was talking about Bitcoin moving up to this 49K and having this bull run that we've seen in Bitcoin is the same way I've been talking about this. I might be a little bit early, but ladies and gentlemen, I still believe it will be coming, and I believe that we are setting up for a devastating correction in my personal opinion. When will it be? I will know closer to the time, but as of right now, we are having a false break to the upside out of this rising wedge. Once we get back inside of it and start breaking down and retest the top of it as resistance right here, retest that as resistance and move down, we will know it is time for that correction. And there will be a correction no matter what anyone thinks. There will be an overall correction no matter what anyone thinks based off the charts of X and the data. RSI being oversold, overbought, being outside the bands, also multiple gap fills to the downside. Again, this is not sustainable and will not be sustained in my personal opinion based off of everything I've seen in my historical context as far as experience in trading and what I see on the chart. So this one I'm looking at for SPY in the short, long, and medium term. Bitcoin seeing a decent pop to the upside, breaking out of this falling wedge. We predicted that this would happen. Bitcoin coming up to about 43K. Bitcoin is looking bullish in my personal opinion. Bitcoin has a buy signal on the monthly time frame as far as the super trend is concerned, and I do believe Bitcoin will be continuing to the upside after it consolidates a little bit. Once it breaks 49K, you're going to see an explosive move for BTC, and right here's your buy signal on this monthly time frame as well as green monthly MACD. Last time we had these two things line up, you've seen a massive rally to the upside for BTC. Now let's go ahead and move into the meme stocks and show you guys what's going on for the meme stocks. AMC and GME, both AMC and GME seeing a decent pop to the upside here in the later halves of the day. As you guys can see, GME in a bit of a pennant consolidation, working on possibly breaking out of that right now as we speak. If GME can contain and maintain these levels of at least 1450, you want to see it hold 1472 if possible, 1472 around that, 1472 if possible. But if it can hold 1450, 1472 around that range, you're going to see a decent move to the upside for GME, going to about $15, $15.50. So GME looks like it's setting up for a move to at least $15, $15.50. And I do think it is going to make that move because there is a gap fill up there. We also have a buy signal on the 2-hour time frame, buy signal on the 4-hour time frame, and the MACD on the daily time frame is starting to curl up. GME, as far as the long term is concerned, is still following the anger and depression. As you guys can see, there's a V-shaped recovery. It's in the V-shaped recovery and it's making a higher low. If you go ahead and look at what's going on, V-shaped recovery, and now it's making a higher low, and it's also breaking out of a macro falling wedge. This is all extremely bullish for GME. As far as the monthly is concerned, you guys can see that the monthly MACD is starting to curl up. GME is going into a new bull run, whether you believe it or not. It is going to be happening. And since you follow this channel, you will be able to track it every step of the way and see that GME is about to go in a disbelief rally. This disbelief rally will take us to at least $18 to $20 on GME stock. And once we do that, if we do break above that $20 level and use that as support, that could take us to $30 and $40. Once we get up to that level, things are going to start getting crazy for GME as gamma starts to kick in, FOMO starts to kick in. Things will really start to pick up around those levels, especially once we get into that euphoria, optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria stages after we go into that disbelief rally, which we are about to enter here shortly because we are leaving the depression phase. After we make this higher low, we're going to start rallying up and leaving that depression phase. Right now, we're making the higher low. So what we're going to start doing now is rallying up, leaving that depression phase, going into our disbelief rally, which is going to lead us into an overall higher rally, which is going to lead us back into that euphoria bull run stage. Then we'll get the MACD flip, and you can see it's all plotting out here clear as day on the charts. We're going into an uptrend on GME, whether you believe it or not. It's also in a massive falling wedge. You can see you have your uptrend, then that uptrend goes into a falling wedge. That falling wedge makes a higher low, and that higher low eventually turns into a higher high based off the technicals. Okay, again, falling wedge, bullish continuation, trending up, falling wedge, trending back up. You can see that GME went from about 64 cents all the way up to that 120. It was higher because we did have a reverse split, so the chart is a little bit different. Then we pulled back. We made a higher low, which is very, very bullish at $11. Very, very bullish, higher low. And it was actually the low of our last rally. So if you go look at the historical last bull run we had, so here was the last bull run for GME right here. That was the last high. We pulled back. That was our bear market. Now we went to a new bull run. Now we pulled back. This is our bear market. We're about to go into a new bull run. We used the previous high of the last bull run as our support to push up. GME is tracking very, very similar to Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin had this bull run here, then it pulled back into a bear market. Had this bull run here, pulled back into a bear market. Using the previous high of that last bull market as support, now it's going back up. It's about to go into a bull market. This is very, very clear once you look in the macro. When in doubt, zoom out. All the everyday noise can get you confused. That's why you want to zoom out to keep your perspective in check. Now let's go ahead and finish up with AMC stock and give you guys the charts, the facts, and the data. Make sure you press like and subscribe to get more information like this, because you're not going to get information like this anywhere else. Now, as far as AMC is concerned, I do think AMC needs to see a pullback because AMC's RSI is pretty high on these lower time frames. You can see that's at 65 here. It's at 65 here on the 10. It's pretty high on some of these higher time frames. It's not as blown out as SPY or nowhere near it, but I think we're going to come back down and probably retest $4.17. We'll probably do this here when the market opens. Now, if AMC can maintain $4.23, okay, if it can maintain that level, you're going to see a massive pump to the upside for AMC, about $4.50, maybe even $5, maybe even much higher once that gamma ramp starts to kick in, because we do have a decent amount of gamma for AMC at that $5 level. Especially once people start seeing price come back to that level, they're gonna want to get into this. Now, also, AMC is making a little bit of a cup and handle. Right here is your cup, or somewhat of a double bottom, maybe even cup and handle. This little bit of wick, if you just take that out, it would make a double bottom. So bottom right here, then bottom right here. This wick happened because they dumped a ton of shares. They literally dumped like 800,000 shares. You can see they added 800,000 right here, and then they dumped all of those shares, guys. You can see they only have 100,000 left. As of right now, they only still have 100,000 left. That could change early in the morning, but that only happened because they dumped those shares. You can see they dumped them between like 5 hours ago, around 5-6 hours ago. That was at market open. So they dumped those shares and tried to dump it down. We really only should have came down to the support of like $4, as that's where we should have came. And we got a bounce and ran back to the upside. So basically a double bottom, like I said we would. And then I talked about this on the weekly update and prediction that most likely AMC would break $4.17 here on Monday or Tuesday. And it looks like we did break it here on Monday, exactly as I predicted, moving to the upside. And I said if we do break $4.17, you could see a decent pop to about $4.25, $4.50. Well, lo and behold, we did hit $4.25 as soon as we did use that level as support. I do think we're going to come back down and possibly retest it one more time, two more times. But basically, guys, we built that bullish base that I was telling you about, that floor that cannot be broken. Again, if you zoom out, we did kind of go down to about 401 here. So it could be a double bottom 1, 2, and we're probably going to get another bounce, probably all the way back up to about $4.75, $5. So $5 is very, very likely for AMC within possibly this week, at the latest maybe next week. I wouldn't go call heavy or anything like that because it could take a little bit longer with any type of manipulation. Adam Aaron tweeting, which he did tweet, by the way. Why is he talking bad about the company, by the way? That's some crazy stuff, right? He did tweet. If you haven't seen Adam Aaron's tweet, this was his tweet. So he did make a tweet. If you haven't seen that, here it is. He's talking bad about the company. I don't understand that. Let me know what your guys' thoughts about Adam Aaron are down in the comments below. Good or bad. Just let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if he should be replaced as CEO, and let me know if he shouldn't. Again, good or bad, Adam Aaron. Let me know what you guys think about him in the comments below. Should he be replaced as CEO of AMC? If we go ahead and look at short interest for AMC, you guys can see that short interest is sitting at 9.62%. If we go ahead and look at AMC cost to borrow, AMC cost to borrow is sitting at the rate of let's see what we got right here. AMC cost to borrow sitting at the rate of just 0.57%. So basically still hovering at those same ranges that it was. We do want to see cost to borrow go up slightly, and we do want to see the shares available to borrow go as close to zero as possible. Again, we do have 100,000, but the fact that they're going down to zero and then coming back up is showing us liquidity is drying up. So this is good. The fact that short interest is going back up, this is good as well. It's showing us liquidity is drying back up, and we want a lack of liquidity for a short squeeze. That's everything for a short squeeze, guys. That's why people don't understand when the market pulls back, that can cause a short squeeze because that gets excess liquidity out of the market. And once you have all that excess liquidity out, it causes liquidity crunches, which causes short squeeze. Now, rallies in markets can also cause short squeeze, but we would have to see a rally in Russell's, not SPY, guys. We'd have to see a rally in Russell's. You guys can see that Russell's picked up here towards the end of the day, and that's why AMC started to really pump as well. And GME is not part of Russell's. But it can have a little bit of effect. GME kind of tends to move with Russell's / SPY. GME is not with Russell's. AMC is with Russell's, and that is what helped AMC pump up here and after. But you can see that Russell's RSI is overbought as well. So Russell's is probably going to be seeing a pullback, which would affect AMC. So do expect AMC to come back down to probably $4.17 before getting a bounce to the upside. But like I said, within a week or two, you'll probably see AMC retesting $5. In my personal opinion. Guys, this is the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. You can check me out with tomorrow's live stream. I appreciate you if you watch to the end of this video. Go ahead and leave a comment, drop a like, and subscribe. Check out my live stream tomorrow. If you guys want to join the Discord, hit me up with my email, Instagram, or Twitter. It is $50 for a lifetime invite. I put out personal trades there, and I put out technical analysis, and it's an exclusive community as well. If you want to join it, you have to hit me up with my email, Instagram, or Twitter, link down below in the description of this video or my live streams. And again, pay $50 via PayPal or Cash App. As always, man, I appreciate all the members of the family, all the members of this channel. Press subscribe if you want to become a member of the family. If you want to help support the live stream and support this channel, all you have to do is press join, which is becoming a member. It's $3.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. Alright guys, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And I appreciate you if you watch to the end of this video. Please go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know again. Remember, Does Adam Aaron need to be replaced as CEO? And also, let me know in the comments, do you think we're going to see a massive crash? You can go ahead and be honest. Do you think we're going to see a bull run or a massive crash? Let me know in the comments below. As always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.